Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tally Sam. It's nice to see you. Today's video we're going to be talking about the EPIK pros and cons. So what are the pros of going with EPIK and what are the cons? So I've been in Korea now for more than a year and a half, so I've had a bit of experience with EPIK, obviously, as I'm still with EPIK. So I wanted to kind of share what I think would be the pros and cons of coming to Korea with EPIK. Okay, shall we get into it? Let's go. Okay, so number one I would say is job stability. So with EPIK, I feel like there's so much job stability because it's a program that is with the government. So I feel like you'll be working, it's so stable, and you'll be working in public schools. So you'll be working with other Korean teachers in public schools. So I feel like there's so much security and job stability. But I have heard from other people I know and friends about horror stories with hagwons where sometimes 1 month they don't get paid, and that's just kind of scary, But with EPIK, every month you are paid. So I feel like that job stability is really good. Because especially when you're moving to a whole new country, you need that kind of stability when you know that the money's coming in every month, especially if you have other commitments back home, and even just if we're living in the new country, you need that kind of stability. So EPIK really provides that. Number two, you get 26 holiday days plus 11 public holidays. That's pretty good. That's literally 37 days of holidays. And on some years, some holidays can be extended. For example, for Chuseok, sometimes the government will give the whole country an extra day or extra 2 days, so that it can link to the weekend or that kind of thing. So let's say Chuseok is on Tuesday and Wednesday, they would give us Monday off as well. So you'd literally have a nice long weekend and 5 days off. I think, yeah, that's what we kind of had this year. We had a long 5 days of holiday. So that's a good thing about it, that you get 26 days holiday days. So how it's broken up is that you get 10 days in the summer and 10 days in the winter. And if you don't use all of your 10 days in the summer if you don't use all your 10 days in the summer, you can use in the winter. But you can't carry on the ones from winter to the next summer because that's a new contract. So you have to make sure you've used them up in that winter. But that's a good thing about the holidays. So you can decide where you want to go. You can go abroad, or you can go back home for a little while, visit family. So it's really good for that. And during the semester, you're able to take time off, and you're able to take time off depending on if you don't have a class. So let's say maybe after you finished your last class and it's not conflicting with the school timetable, you're able to go home early and take time off to go home early. Or if you have special events or something that you need to attend, or even hospital appointments, you can also take time off to do that. So that's a good thing because you have 6 days in semester holidays too. And also the public holidays, it's nice because if the holiday falls next to a weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Friday, then you can have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you could go abroad. You could go to Japan for a little quick holiday. So it's really good that we have all this. But in hagwon, for example, you get less days, 11 days. I think I've heard before. So it's only 11 days is really not as much, So it's good that's the good thing with EPIK, that we get so many days off. So it's good for if you want to travel, if you want to go to another country, you're able to. 3 would be that you have a free apartment, no rent. Just like if you've seen my apartment tour, you'd see the nice space. I really love my apartment. It's really perfect for me because I'm not really someone who likes big spaces. I like small spaces and I can fit everything in there. So it's really perfect for me. But yeah, you can get a free apartment. You don't have to pay rent, but you do have to pay maintenance fees. which is for like the building, so like in the public areas, public hallways where they clean those areas, and the bins, and also you have to pay for like utility bills, you know, like for the gas and electricity and all that kind of thing. But it's not that much money. Like altogether, maybe the most I have to pay, like especially in the winter when I put on the heater, is probably 50,000 won, which is not a lot of money. So it's really good because you can save so much money, and you can also like just enjoy living in a rent-free apartment. I love it. And then also, let's say you move into the apartment but you don't like it and you want to continue with EPIK. After a year you can change the apartment if you don't like it. So you can on your next contract you can tell them that I want to have my own housing, and you would have to find your own housing and everything. So that would be like all on you, and you would have to find that, but at least you can find a place that you like. And if you want more space, less space, whatever it is, you can find an apartment that suits your likes. Orientation. Okay, orientation is like, it's actually kind of like a pro and con. So orientation itself, should we stop the con? It's like a slight con, but I see the pro. I feel like the pro is bigger. The con would be that, we're not talking about cons yet, but the con with orientation is that it is quite jam-packed. So it's like every day you have a long schedule. You just arrived in Korea. Maybe if you arrive a little bit earlier, you have like one day of just, you know, free time. When you go to orientation, it's really jam-packed. So you have like loads of classes and loads of sessions and lectures that you have to attend and stuff like that. So it can be really busy because you'd be suffering from jet lag. But other than that, I feel like it was also quite good information because we did like lesson plans and that kind of thing, which is good for like preparing you for when you start like teaching in actual school. But yeah, orientation for me, what I feel like was a really good way to make friends, because your orientation will be with the people who are in like the same area as you. So like our orientation in my intake was like split into two. So it was split into like Seoul and Gyeonggi, and then the other one was split into like people in the south, so like Busan and Jeollanam-do, all these kind of areas. So in your orientation you have people who would be in your city, which is really good because it's a perfect way to meet new people, and you're there for like 5 days. So it's really good it's a good networking like meeting, because after that you're in the real world. And it literally felt like that, because like at orientation it's like this little bubble, and then when we left orientation it literally felt like, oh my gosh. And like at orientation it's so nice because you're just speaking English, you're like with other English speakers, it's like a nice little bubble, and it's kind of like you're in Korea, but it's like you're in a little nice comfort zone. And then after orientation you have to like go to real life now, like your new life, like your new apartment, everything. And everyone lives like Korea is so big, and like for example Busan is so big, so like even though you might have made some friends, they would live really far away or something like that, because it's, you know, you're not going to be in all the same little district area, but and your apartments want to be close to each other, but it's kind of like the real world. But other than that, what I would say is orientation is really good for making friends, because yeah, you can make those connections early, and through those connections I made friends who are living like in the same area as me, which is really perfect, because other than that I don't think I would have met my friend if like without orientation, literally, because I don't think I would have had that chance. So orientation is good for networking. Okay, 5, pay raise. So if you stay after 1 year, if you stay with EPIK, you will get a pay raise, which is 100,000 pounds in Busan. So you would get a raise of 100,000 pounds, and then depending on like, it also depends on your level, because if you're on a certain level, like level 1, I think +1, and you're trying to go to the plus, you would need to like spend 2 years doing that to get the raise. It's like, it depends. You need to look on the EPIK website, because it depends on your pay grade. But there is a chance of getting a pay raise, that's what I'm saying. So it's good because even after 1 year, you can get a pay raise. And the maximum that it gets up to is like 2.7. And also in other cities, it's 2.8. So the pay can go, you can get that little pay rise nearly every year. I wouldn't say every year because it depends on your pay grade. Okay, so now let's look at the cons. So what are the cons of coming to Korea with the EPIK program? So one, like the big con that I'm sure many people know about, is that you will not know your location. So you don't know any information about your location. You just know that, okay, you're going to the city. Or if it's Gyeonggi-do, for example, you just know you're going to Gyeonggi-do. You don't know exactly where in Gyeonggi-do. So you don't know the little district, but you just know this is exactly where you're going. So you won't know your location, you won't know information about your school, or even what your apartment looks like. And that's how scary the program is, because it's like you can be placed anywhere. So Busan is so big. So I could have been placed like in the south of Busan. I could have been placed, in the east, west, north. You don't know where you're being placed. So yeah, it's really scary in that regard, because you don't know where you're being placed. You don't know the situation of your school. Is it a good school? Is it a bad school? When I mean good school, bad school, I mean like co-teachers, are they helpful? Are they there for you? You don't know anything. So that is one of the cons of the EPIK program. You're kind of placed according to availability, according to also your experience with teaching and everything. So there's a lot of there's a lot of requirements and stuff what we don't know about, how they place people where. So there's a lot of ambiguity, is the word? Like you don't know where you're being placed. Number two on cons is the glass ceiling. So the glass ceiling in being able to have room to grow in your career, because like I said, like 2.7, 2.8 is the most that you can get. After that, you just be paid that the same every year. So every year you stay, you get paid the same thing. The good thing is when you first come, the first year, you get so many other benefits, such as entrance allowance and all these kind of things. So those kind of things are really good benefits for when you arrive. But then the longer you stay, it's kind of like you reach a glass ceiling, because even if you've been there for like 7 years, 10 years, you'll just be getting paid the same amount. But having said that, doesn't mean that don't come. It's a waste of time. No, it's not. It's really, I really recommend to come to EPIK still, to come to Korea. But using that, so knowing that, I feel like it's a good time to use as a stepping stone for what you want to do next. And sometimes it's hard to know what you want to do after Korea, or if you want to be in Korea longer, or but I would use it as a stepping stone for the next thing. So if you've always wanted to get your master's degree, it's a good time to study, especially if you're going to study with an online university, or study online, or if you want to learn Korean and improve your Korean, use that time to improve your Korean, to learn Korean. Or it's also a good time, and because we don't pay rent, it's a good time to save money. So if you need to pay loans from your degrees back home, or if you have responsibilities back home you need to pay, you can save a lot of money with the pay too. And also, one of the best things is you can travel, because you're now in Asia, so you can go to other countries. We literally have China next door, and you have Japan across the waters. So it's like you can literally travel, and you can use that time to travel as well. So there's many benefits as well. It's really like planning how to use it so that you can gain a lot from that time, depending how long you're in Korea. Okay, the next one is number 3 is holidays. Even though I said the holidays are good, 37 days. The thing about the holidays, they're only in the summer and in the winter. So you can't take some time off in the spring or in autumn. It's only that time when the students are off. And also there is desk warming days. So desk warming is basically when so you don't have the whole of the summer off, or the whole of the winter off like the Korean teachers. You only have 10 days that are designated that your school so every summer it's not the same 10 days, but it depends on the school schedule. So maybe some days, some summer, like one summer you will have like the 10 days towards the end of August, or maybe you have it towards the start of August, or even in July. It really depends on the school's schedule and timetable. So that's another thing. So if you have like big events plans, like family life events that are happening, such as weddings, anniversaries, or birthdays, it's sometimes kind of hard to plan that, to know 100% that you'll be able to go, because you might have camp then, and camp is priority over your holiday. So once you know when your camp days are, then you can plan around the camp. So, and normally you know about camp, like camp days, maybe a month before, like, you know, the holidays. So it's really tight, the schedule. So it's quite hard, because let's say you have a family wedding in like March, you can't go because you have to be at work. So that's one of the cons about EPIK. It's not really flexible in your holidays. Let's say, as if you worked in an office job, you'll be able to like probably have like time off in different months, so it's more easier for you to go to events and stuff. But that's the con of EPIK, holidays in that sense. Okay, number 4 is less money than hagwons. So even though I did say about like the job stability and all that, like being paid every month, but hagwons do pay more. It also depends, because not every hagwon pays more, but there is more, like in a hagwon you can get more pay, and there's more kind of, the pay step is a bit higher. So that's one thing. And also university jobs. So there's hagwons and there's also university jobs. University jobs are really much higher pay, depending on your experience as well. I was also looking into like university jobs and that kind of thing before, but university jobs are a bit more harder to get into, because you need to have like a specific degree and specific kind of degree for them. So yeah, they're a bit harder to get into, but the pay is a bit higher. That's why you can negotiate your pay with them as well. Okay, 5 is you can only apply to the EPIK program if you're from Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, United States, or South Africa. So even if you can speak amazing English, even if you are fluent in English, but you're not from these countries, you can't do the EPIK program, which sucks, because some people can speak better English than a native, you know. But if you're not from these countries, if you don't have the passport from those countries, you're not able to do the EPIK program, which sucks, because you might have all the skills, you might have the bachelor's degree, but because you don't have you're not from those countries, you won't be able to, which sucks. But yeah, those are the cons of applying with EPIK and coming to Korea with EPIK. I really hope this video was really helped you to see what is the pros and cons of getting a job with EPIK. Overall, I will say that I really would recommend EPIK, even though I've bashed them a bit, but I'm just saying like the reality. But I really would recommend you getting a job with EPIK. I really I'm enjoying my time here, and I'm happy I'm with EPIK. I really love the stability of it, and also the holidays are good, in the sense that I know that I have my 10 days in the summer, 10 days in the winter, and the public holidays are good as well. So it gives you a little time to just rest during the semester. Okay, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. And if you have any questions about EPIK or anything else, please ask me questions in the comment section, and you can also ask me on Instagram questions too. I hope you guys will have a lovely day wherever you are, and see you soon. Annyeong.